looking good. Just joking. Hi fans of high quality entertainment. I've still got some kind of a minor cold. But we'll get through this video. At least you guys will, I won't. So once again last night I was listening to a certain album and I came up with another video idea. I think I've done this kind of idea before, but this is a fresh new take. So, and by the way, we usually record our album exchanges and reviews on Sundays, but we're doing it tonight. So the review for what everybody's been listening to for the last week or so will be posted tomorrow, which is Tuesday. I'm listening to an Ian Hunter album and a Dr. John album, so stay tuned for that. Just having a little sippy of Tim Hortons coffee. First of all, the idea of this video, you probably can tell by the title, is albums that I could just play. Well, I've played for years and years and years, and every time I listen to them, it's like listening to them in a way for the first time, because you're always picking up new. It's kind of like, I'm not mentioning the Beatles in this, by the way, or Sparks, but other bands. But it's just every time you play the album, it's you pick up something new in it, or you're just not bored hearing, the album, and you've played it a lot through the years. But I'll start it with 5 great albums that when I bought them, they were all like amazing. I love all 5 of these, and there's more in here. But I very quickly kind of got tired of listening to them, and so I don't really play them very often. But like I said, they're great albums. So it includes the Clash, London Calling, Talking Heads, 77. Now, Fear of Music, that's one I could have included in my other list for albums I never get tired of. But this one, first time I bought it and listened to it, it's like, oh my God, this is the greatest album ever. And it is. It's a great debut, but I just tired of it quickly. Same with Elvis Costello's This Year's Model. And same with AC/DC, Let There Be Rock. I don't think I've played this in the past 5 years, but I know every song very well. And Whole Lotta Rosie is my favorite AC/DC song. And even, I'm sad to say, John Lennon's Imagine. I know the album very well, but I never play it because I don't get anything new out of it, and So I've got 15 albums here, and I'm sure there's even more in my collection that I could pick. But like I said, there's no Beatles, even though, most Beatles albums I can play over and over and never ever get tired of them. The same with Sparks, but I wanted to cover some other bands. So the album I was listening to last night, and it's like I don't even remember, like when I'm listening to the songs, it's like I don't remember, like there's a jam. Well, I'll tell you the album first. Jefferson Airplane, Volunteers. I played this probably at least 100 times through the years. And the song Hey Frederick. Last night, I'd forgotten that there's this long jam at the end, which is awesome. And I don't know, it's like every time I listen to it, it just sounds so fresh, and I never get bored of it. And yeah, it's one of my favorite 60s albums. So other albums that I have played, I've probably played all of these through the years at least 75 to 100 times. This one definitely 100 times or more. Captain Beefheart and the Magic Band, Shiny Beast, Bat Chain Puller. Never, ever, ever get tired of listening to these songs. Another one of my all-time favorite 60s albums, Blind Faith. Yeah, only six songs. And even Do What You Like, which, you know, I guess some people would say it kind of drags with that drum solo and everything. I love it. Yeah, Blind Faith. This band, most of their albums I would say I never get tired of listening to, but this would be the ultimate one that I could put on any time and play it all the way through and enjoy it as much as I did when it came out. Led Zeppelin's Physical Graffiti. I even enjoy songs like In the Light a lot more than I used to. And Sick Again is, I feel, one of Led Zeppelin's most underrated songs. Kashmir's not bad either. First time I heard this album, it was just a bunch of noise to me. I didn't like it. I hated it. And then I just got to love it. And I have played it definitely over 100 times through the years. The Velvet Underground, White Light, White Heat, but it could be for any of the first 4 Velvet Underground albums. They always sound fresh to me. My favorite album by the band, Cahoots. I don't think, I've played this probably not 100 times, but at least through the years, well, since the early 70s. So yeah, maybe close to 100 times. And I love it every time. This is from the past 5 years, so probably I haven't played this over 100 times, but at least, yeah, at least over 50 for sure. John Anderson, Song of Seven, which nobody picked in the album exchange, by the way, and I'm not bitter. Quite a few of this artist's albums I never get tired of, but this would be right near the top or at the top. David Bowie, Low. My favorite, well, not, yeah, maybe my favorite, along with the follow-up, Black Sabbath, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. Although the only song, I've mentioned this before, Sabra Cadabra with Rick Wakeman on keyboards. I'm not a big fan of that song, but otherwise, but I never skip it either. Like, it's still, you know, it's a good song, but I much prefer the other songs. Never get tired of it, though. This band, their early albums I never get tired of listening to, and this would be right at the top. Grand Funk Survival. I played it over 100 times, for sure. Now, Creedence Clearwater Revival, Cosmo's Factory, one of the great albums of the 70s. I wouldn't say I'm tired of hearing it, but I don't play it that often. I play this one more. Bio Country, their second album. So yeah, I get more out of this than Cosmo's Factory for whatever reason. I don't know. Their later albums I would get tired of, but their debut, once again I played it over 100 times. Devo, Question, Are We Not Men? Answer, We Are Devo. And I still have the memory of, you know, you'd buy these rock magazines and you'd hear about a new band like Devo or Talking Heads and Ramones, and you couldn't hear you know, they wouldn't be on the radio. So you're taking a chance buying the album, especially when a very bizarre album cover like this. And luckily, I loved it right away. And the final three, these aren't ranked or anything, I'm just showing you. I could have chosen El Dorado, which I never get tired of listening to, but ELO 2 is the one I probably play even a little more than El Dorado. Never get tired of it. Ah, this band, I have their first 3 albums. Yeah. I could put any 3 of them on and not be like, oh, I've heard this enough. Wire, Chairs Missing. And finally, the Rolling Stones' Sticky Fingers. Yeah. Brown Sugar, even the song, like Brown Sugar or Wild Horses. Heard those hundreds of times. I never get tired of those songs or this album. And that is it. I would seriously, I'm not joking, I would seriously love to hear what albums you love but you get tired of listening to quickly, and then the opposite. What are some albums that every time you put it on it sounds fresh to you and you don't think you will ever get tired of listening to the album? Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye. Need more coffee.